to the channel. You know what I'm gonna say. You guys have been absolutely incredible. If you haven't noticed, I have officially hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, guys. Like, what? Like, I literally just started YouTube, what, in 2 years ago? And I've never been like super consistent with it. So that is like a major milestone for me, especially since if you guys have been watching from the beginning, my video presence was absolutely atrocious, and I'm still working on it. But you guys know how, like, I told you how I have been terrified of the video camera. Like, taking pictures have been fine for me, but the video camera is what like scares the living crap out of me still to this day. Like, I'm sweating now. But 10,000 subscribers is freaking massive and huge for me, and I love you guys so much. You guys have been so amazing with the feedback, good and, you know, like, sis, you gotta do better on this. I love all of it. So thank you guys so much. Also, you know what I'm gonna say. If you are not already subscribed, please pause the video and subscribe down below. Without further ado, a lot of you guys have been asking for my everyday makeup video. You know I'm still learning how to do it, but on that last Boohoo video, I kind of surprised my own self, so we're gonna try to do that again. So today I just wanted to do an everyday makeup look for you guys because I have to go work after I do this. So I figured I would just record it for you guys so you can see what I use, and some of my favorite products that I've been using, as far as just getting that like nice little glowish type of situation that's been working. Now, disclaimer, some days are good, some days are crazy, so we're gonna see what happens today. I feel like I always tell you guys I'm PMSing, but I am again, so I don't know if I just always film like when my period's about to come, but it's coming. So like, I had my first breakout in like 2 months, but I mean, it's been 2 months, so like, I'll take it, it's fine. But I did pop them, so I do have a little bit of spots on my face. Anyways, so for Get Ready With Me's, guys, leave in the comments some topics that I should talk about. I don't have one, but it's the end of Q1 of 2019, so I figured I would just talk about that. And yeah, so let's just get started. So, I washed my beauty blenders for the first time in a long time, which I'm really ashamed about, but I have two, so I have one for foundation and one for concealer and stuff. So I washed them so they're like soaking wet now already. So before you guys say you need to wet your beauty blender, I've already done it. But before I even do that, so I've been using, I just washed my face this morning, First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, before I put my primer on, and it's been incredible. Like, my friends come over and use it and they're like, okay, I'm going to get this like immediately because of how good it is. So this is what I'm using before I put my primer on, because you guys let me have it in the comments. My last video, like, sis, primer is not moisturizer. So I'm trying to do better, see, taking your advice. But typically I would just, like, before I was, you know, learning, I would just put primer on and think that that was enough, and it definitely wasn't. The makeup lays so much different when your skin is properly moisturized. So that's what I've been doing, and maybe that's been the difference, I don't know. But yeah, this is what I've been using. So First Aid Beauty, their face wash and this cream has been absolutely incredible. Like, I'm already ready for another shipment. So yeah, love it. You guys should get it. And I'll leave the specifics down in the comments too, or in the description, so you guys can check it out. So put the moisturizer on, and then now I'm going to prime my face. And I am using Urban Decay Complexion Primer. It's amazing as well, and it's like, I don't know, it just feels like freaking foam going on your skin. It's amazing. Have you guys used it? Let me know in the comments. I am obsessed with it. Obsessed with this. It's their Urban Defense Complexion Primer. So anyways, to get started on this rant, can you guys believe that freaking Q1 is over? Like, it's March, it's the end of March. Like, where has the time gone? I feel like it was just New Year's, and the year is like flying by. As far as my goals, I think I'm doing pretty good. Like, this year, So the first few months were the first few weeks were kind of rough. I don't know if it was because of jet lag from being in Bali. I'm using Smashbox 15-hour wear foundation, if you guys want to know. And my color is 4.2. So I actually posted about this for you guys, but that's what I'm using right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like I feel like the first few months I don't know if it was jet lag from being in Bali, Australia, or what, but I was kind of like in a really weird place. So I kind of feel like my year didn't start until like the beginning of February. So no, I wasn't at a disadvantage, but I kind of just had some like regrouping to do. But yeah, so I feel like the year has been going amazing. Like opportunities have been coming. I feel like the brand and growth has been like coming at more of a rapid pace than I can keep up with. So I'm trying to like grow my team and like, you know, kind of just keep up with it. I feel like I'm more in defense mode now, which I'm not complaining, because anyone who complains about success, you're like, you should just stop. But I'm trying to keep up with it. So as far as, you know, getting writers for the blog and assistants and people to just help me. I think I need to put out something for interns, but I'm not sure yet. I kind of want to wait to see if like how much I can manage on my own. But just like shooting and brands and stuff, like God has been absolutely showing out. And I'm super excited for all that he has in store, but I just can't believe how fast the year is going. One thing that's different for me now is that I am now, sorry, before I'm like shaky voice. Also, I'm breaking out on my neck and I don't know how to fix that. Do you guys have any suggestions or like what to use? I know I've been working out and like sweating a lot, but I don't know why all of a sudden my neck is starting to break out. But yeah, so differently than what I've been doing from before, I've been kind of connecting with some other African American influencers and bloggers. Typically I would just like stay in my own little world and like, you know, kind of figure things out on my own, because when it comes to blogging and influencing, I learned everything I know on my own. Like no one gave me like, you know, this is how it works, this is what you do, all that kind of stuff. All of it was from research and just kind of figuring it out and trying stuff and failing. Which is why I created the ebook, because it's like, you know, no one really gave me a manual. So I feel like if I had that and if I can provide that to somebody else, then they will be able to go faster and harder and stronger than I even did myself, and you know where I am now. Which is why I created it. So for me, it's like I kind of learned everything on my own, and sometimes like when we learn stuff on our own and kind of have to go through the trenches on our own, it's like I don't need anybody's help, I don't want anybody's help, because you like know that that, you know, I figured it out on my own, so why do I need anybody now? And that's not a good attitude to have, and that's kind of the attitude that I've had up until the new year. So I've been talking to different influencers and bloggers and like getting their feedback on my stuff, my content, my rates, my media kit, all that kind of stuff. And needless to say, you know, everyone's like, yeah, like you're doing so good and all that, but like some bloggers and influencers that I've talked to, it's like, they're like, sis, you're really undercutting yourself, like as far as rates, as far as the way that your media kit is presented, as far as like not flexing but showing like what you've really done. I'm using LA Girl Pro Conceal, and my two colors that I use are Cool Tan and Almond. So that's what I'm about to put on now. Just kidding, I forgot. So I told you guys I hate these things, and someone's told me to start using like a orangey looking concealer. So I do that first before I put on my concealer. So sometimes I forget, but it's really been working for me. So anyways, so yeah, so like people are like, you know, you're doing really good and you're growing and all that, which is like amazing, but at the same time you could be doing so much better, and you know, just doing better if you were to consult with other influencers, because you know, we all experience different things, and like sharing knowledge and all that stuff is, you know, what we do. Because at the end of the day, like these white influencers, and I'm sorry, you know, if anybody gets offended, but like they get paid. And as a Black or African American influencer, they kind of take advantage of the fact that we don't really know what's going on the other side. And that's why I've kind of been more intentional about connecting with other bloggers, because they're like, sis, for one, your rates are laughable. And I like when people give me like candid, you know, feedback and advice or whatever, because like, don't spare my feelings. I'm trying to grow a brand, so my feelings can wait. But just like, your rates are laughable, your media kit is, you know, not really up to par with where you are. So it was great for when you got started and how you kind of just put stuff together to just figure it out. But now they're like, you've worked with brands, like, why aren't you showing that? Why aren't you sharing that? So kind of a lot of people have been handing me my life, which I love, and I'm like, I have a new fire, or like, you know, drive for like doing better and being better, creating better content, getting more creative. So now from a business aspect, like, I'm just, see, this is why I can't do the get ready with me, because I don't do my makeup, I just talk. So now I just have a lot more focus on growing and figuring out my deficiencies so I can be better. And also provide more and be better for you guys, for my audience, because like, if I'm not providing you value, then what the heck am I here for? Which is why I always ask, you know, you guys tell me what you want to see. Like, tell me, you know, how I can be of value to you guys. Because if I'm not, then I might as well just delete all these accounts, because there's no point. But anyways, so yeah. So the year has been good. Brands have been coming in. Business has been booming. But now I'm kind of just trying to keep up with it and also just better myself. And be more intentional about connecting with other people in my industry and stop being so like siloed into myself. So that's kind of an update on that. Along with that, oh, guys, so I keep getting like, I know I told you guys last year that I want to do more public speaking and stuff, but like, I've been getting a lot of like requests to like be on panels and stuff, and like, I really do want to, but I just don't know like what's a good number per month, or like when is it just like you have a YouTube channel, you know? I don't know. I think I'm just still scared. So I'm trying to, you know, figure out that line of like, okay, don't just accept everything that's coming your way, but also stop saying that you don't have time when you really do. You're just scared and you don't want to interact. So trying to figure that out, but you know, it'll happen, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm just blending BT dubs. But yeah, you know, that's what's going on. Another thing is, a lot of you guys have been asking, or I've been getting a lot of the messages, like I always rant about, with people saying like, you know, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you guys already know what I'm going to say. Sometimes I don't respond because I don't want to be like douchey, but like, what are you waiting for? Like, Q1 is over. Like, your goals are not, like, the year is not waiting for anybody. So I don't understand why you guys are, or why people in general are just so scared to just take the leap and just try it. Like, you never will know until you try. I still to this day have no idea what I'm doing as far as influencing and blogging is concerned. And I just feel like so many of us like are held up on like what other people will think, or if we'll fail and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's like, if you fail, then perfect, then you know what to do differently next time. Like, everything is like an advantage. Oh wait, guys, hold on. Yeah, everything can be used to your advantage, whether it's a success or a failure. And I've learned that just from, like I said, me trying stuff and it not working, or me trying stuff and people are like, what the heck did this girl just post? Or like, she needs to stop. And I'm like, cool, maybe I'll do it a little bit differently next time, but I'm still doing, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like so many of us are like stuck in our heads. And of course, you know, being spontaneous and kind of being a risky person has like its pros and cons. But to be honest, I would rather take on the side of being too risky and failing fast than being someone who like stays in their shell and, you know, never really gets anything done because they're too scared, or like scared what other people will think. Like, you never will know until you try. And oftentimes we say like, you know, we're waiting on God to give us a confirmation, or, you know, I'm waiting on a sign. And oftentimes God's like, bro, how many signs do I have to give you? Just go do it. Like, I've given you sign after sign. I've given you the gift. And I was actually talking with Marika yesterday, we were watching a sermon, and it was talking about how God's given us these gifts, and you know, at the end of the day, it's like, well, let me take it. God's probably like, let me take it back and give it to somebody who will actually use it, because you clearly aren't using it. You know, you're not confident in what I've placed in you and what I've given you. And I feel like so many people fight with that. And I get messages after messages every single day of people like telling me what they want to do, and then it's like a list of complaints after that. And I don't know what else to say other than there's no excuse. If you have a 9-to-5 and you also have a dream, well, if you want the dream, you know, if you have a passion and if you want it to succeed eventually, then put in the work after hours. Then during your lunch break, work on stuff. Then, you know, do the research while you're at work. Like, there were many a days where I would hurry up and rush through my stuff at work, at my office, and then the rest of those hours I would be working on my own stuff, but nobody knew, you know what I mean? So like, if you really want it, there's absolutely no excuse you can tell me, you know, to where it won't work. There are people who have been in worse situations than you with way more on their plate, that have done it and done it well. So I feel like there is no excuse for anybody. And that's just kind of a rant, but I just get so many messages, and I'm like, bro, if we all would just drop the fear, and mind you, there are things that I'm scared of too, or that, you know, I kind of prance around that I really want to do just because I'm like, I don't know. Well, I mean, we just need to drop the fear. Like, we will never know until we try. God has given us those gifts, dreams, visions, ideas, and everything for a reason. And we need to use it, put it to use. Anyways, so now I'm using the Black Radiance Cashmere Concealer Stick, and I am freaking obsessed with this thing. I showed you guys when I got the package in the mail, and I have been obsessed since. So yeah. It's not as like deep and dark as what I was using, because I know before you guys were telling me that like I was using too dark of a concealer and it wasn't like blending too well. So I started using this, and it's been way better. Sorry, the light keeps changing because I'm by the window. But yeah, so that's my rant on that. I guess I'll just do my makeup now until I think of something else to talk to you guys about. Oh, also, a lot of you guys who have been purchasing the ebook, you guys have been sending in some other questions as far as like additional help. If there are specific questions you have about something that I said or mentioned in the ebook, you guys can always feel free to email me. But of course, I'll mention some stuff on here if I remember the questions. But also, if there's anything else, just feel free to email me. Yeah. So one of the questions that you guys asked me, as far as the influencer platforms that I mentioned in the ebook, what I would recommend, because you guys were asking like, how do you build your profiles and things like that. So for most of the influencer platforms that I mentioned in there that you guys can sign up to start receiving opportunities, a lot of them have like how-tos or like videos on how everything works. I would first recommend watching those, but outside of that, I would make sure to add all of the content that you have that kind of showcases who you are and what you do. I would make sure to have all of those bios and things, because clients and the PR companies look at those. So that's how they know who to reach out to, what your interests are, if you make sense for a specific campaign. So yeah, I would do that. And then if there are specific questions, or like if you guys want to know, now I can't give individual, consultations to everybody. But if there's like a general consensus, I will do a video on something specifically related to that. So email me, let me know in the comments if there's something specific that you guys want to watch, or that you guys want to see or know as far as influencing and, what am I saying? I was about to say influencing and concealing. Influencing and vlogging is concerned, and then we'll go from there. Back to the makeup, okay guys? Back to the makeup. So I am using Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I absolutely love it. I'm kind of running out now. I've been watching some YouTube videos on like how people like make it not as like, and I did exactly what I didn't want to do and make it too setty. But yeah, so I'm trying to like, I will put it on and let it like cake up and then blend it out, but I've been blending it as I put it in now, and it's really been good. Then I'll do this down here, and then I'm gonna shut up and finish the rest of my makeup so you guys can actually see something and not have to hear me talk. So yeah. Oh, also, before I shut up, you guys have been asking what am I currently reading. Right now I am almost finished with Think and Grow Rich, and I do all my books on audio because it's easier for me to listen and do other things. So that's what I'm gonna listen to while I shut up and finish my makeup so you guys can see what I'm using. So now that I'm blended, I am going to fill in my brows. They're not done right now, but I use the NYX, do you guys say NYX or NYX? Professional micro brow pencil. So I have like 20 of these. This is what I've been using. So yeah, and I'll of course have it in the comments. But anyways, bye guys. I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'll be back at the end. So this is the full final look. My setting spray is still drying, but this is my full look. If you guys have any specific questions about products I'm using or where I get them from, let me know in the comments. I guess I should go do something to my hair now. This is Inch's hair, by the way, guys. I'm gonna tag them so you guys can see where I got this hair. If you have any questions about what I'm using, where I got my products, or anything that I ranted or rambled about in this video, please let me know in the comments. Along with that, if you guys have suggestions for me about different things that I can do better, let me know in the comments as well, or good people to follow to learn how to really beat the face, let me know. But this is my standard everyday shoot, everyday look type of makeup. Of course I don't wear makeup every day, but when I do have to, or when I do want to, this is what I go for. What happened to the lighting? There we go, guys. So yeah, this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you're following me on Instagram, on Twitter. I have like 6 followers there. Facebook, all that good stuff. Keep letting me know what you want to see. I saw that you guys like try on hauls, so of course I'm going to do those a little bit more. But yeah, I love you guys. Peace out. Keep watching. Catch up on old videos too. Love you guys. Peace out.